Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and we have the updated finally released, ladies and gents, and I'm absolutely stoked because there's a lot of things that were added into the game, specifically also that light armor and all the specific armors that we have has been increased with damage, and just basically overall very nice QOL changes. The armor level now and rarity has a greater effect on defense, which is very much so important because I'm a solo player and that would be just great. I did notice that there was a damage increase. I do almost up to 800 almost in damage, which is very nice when I'm using my barbarian items here. There's a lot of things that have changed now. Chest, and this is something that I talked about early on and super important, and he didn't tell me about it, and that's the increased chance of getting a mythic item from a mythic chest. That is amazing news. That is so good. And also increased the chance of getting a legendary item from a legendary chest. So good. Nerfed armor penetration skill in the skill tree by ×2 or by 2 times. But these are some great changes. Of course, the big show here today is the Alchemist, and it was something that I already guessed. We can get these items in dungeons, and they really help us become better. I don't know what they necessarily do, if they give us like a speed increase or some sort of a skill or something. I have no idea yet, but yeah, here we go. Very nice. You get those in the dungeons, you farm these pieces, and those pieces are basically very good. Look at this guy. Sorry also for no cam today. We're gonna run a lucky dungeon because I don't have much time. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the update within that. So I'm gonna use this. We're gonna use lifesteal and mobs are invisible, and I'm gonna keep it as is, and we're gonna do a lucky dungeon. Oh my god, I forgot I can't do that. Oh my lord, I did one yesterday very late. Okay, so no lucky dungeon. We're gonna do a normal solo. Maybe we'll find something along the way. That's fine too. So they also added a mythic. He also added a mythic armor set for the healer, which is really interesting. And added cursed versions for all armor sets that only have a mythic version currently, plus a unique cursed armor set for tanks only. So tanks are gonna be very interested in this new update. There's also a few other things that have been changed. Also, the rooms now have a chance to be modified, which is interesting. So you get like a crazy lucky modified dungeon once in a while, which is really cool. So yeah, that's very sick. I have to quickly close a few things that I'm using right now, so otherwise I might actually lag too much. Let's see how much the damage is gonna be at. But this is a normal dungeon, right? So I was pretty strong with that before. Let me open the update again. So oh my god, I closed Discord. I'm so pro today. I'm a little bit on a time schedule here today because I'm being picked up by my girlfriend in a second, because we're trying to be doing some activities today, although I'm very sick, and sometimes it's really difficult for me to actually get out there and actually do something, but we're gonna try it anyways. There's also what I said in the previous update, that the gold and ruby bags now can be found in dungeons that you can pick up, and they also have a reward and a debuff when you wear it. You know, we already talked about this yesterday, so that was a pretty significant leak that I dropped here yesterday. And what else do we have? You can also find the golden key now in specific dungeons, which is pretty good. But I think the big banger here, for me at least, is that the light armor and all of that stuff has been increased, so we're all over gonna be much stronger than we were before, which is a very nice QOL change. Oh, we got some rubies here. That's nice. I hope we're, at one point, might actually, with that ruby room especially, we might actually be getting some really nice stacks of rubies, because I think, especially in the end game, those ruby farms are really annoying, because it's really hard. I mean, yeah, technically I could get about 50 rubies a day, but I would have to grind a lot, like hours and hours upon hours, so I think and hope that that's gonna be changed now with that ruby update, that we can get some ruby rooms. Would be very nice. Also a little note for the bags, that once you actually find one of these bags, that they are you cannot leave a red portal with them. You have to you can't leave with those. You have to actually finish the entire dungeon, so that's pretty cool. I actually forgot that chest there, but it was a blue chest anyway, so I don't really care much. Okay, so does that still work? Oh, it doesn't. It used to work that you could just dash against it. Don't know if it was necessarily fixed or if I did it wrong, but usually you can do some crazy damage there. I've been quite okay, actually, to be honest, when it comes to my defense. If you take a look at the damage that I'm taking here, that's actually pretty big hits, and I, especially with that lifesteal that I'm rocking, I got always between 6 and 8% lifesteal, which is more like an endgame build, right? But if you can get like 2 to 4% lifesteal, that should be already enough, so I'm gonna be skipping some of those chests for today because I don't wanna, I really am on a time schedule here. I'm just trying to, you know, finish that video up as fast as possible. He also added a few new parameters, what I can see so far. Which is also, oh, that's interesting. 1 endurance increases the physical defense boost and also the magical defense boost by 0.25%. So that's very nice for healers as well, because in general they will need more HP, otherwise the sustainability for mages is like really bad. You've seen it in my video yesterday. Although the gear wasn't too bad, it was full legendary, and the stuff that Mauler Brawler gave me was actually really good, especially when it comes to the params and all of that, and I was still struggling so hard to survive. So you can finally now slot some endurance into your mage and actually get a magical defense boost as well. So that's pretty nice too. Depending though, once the actual mage rework is going to happen in the next coming up days on how significant it will be and how much stronger the magicians will be, I'm really interested in seeing what's gonna happen in the near future with that. So yeah, let's see. I'm very excited, I gotta be honest. This is actually really big update if you consider that he was just a few days earlier throwing out a very secret silent update. He's very skilled in what he does, and he does it all by himself, which is really admirable, honestly. He throws out a lot of content, you know, from secret keys, from rooms that can be suddenly modified with bonuses and all that sort of, you know, good stuff. He's really skilled. I mean, I've seen another dev in here sometimes. Don't really know what his really role in this, in all of this is, but mostly I think he does everything by himself, so that is pretty interesting. I also came across a really weird room yesterday. I made a video, I recorded it, I didn't really put it into my videos yet, where the entire room exchanged to like a troll room and everybody was like so much harder, and I got like multiple chests. I thought that was quite interesting. He hasn't really talked about this yet, so I don't know if it's just like a secret ad that he brought into it. Other people have been reporting about these rooms as well. I might actually upload that video because it's still on the hard drive here. I can still upload it, which is quite interesting. It was a very interesting room that I found. There sadly was only like 2 pretty lame chests that we got, but you know, maybe in the future you can do something really interesting with that. Now, all the physical and magical defense parameters and items and runes have been increased, which is really interesting as well, because I thought that some of the runes, because first of all they're pretty hard to get, second of all they're really expensive, and third of all I thought that the bonuses and all of the stuff that they give were pretty mid, same as the artifacts, you know. I know maybe I'm unpopular with that opinion, maybe you agree with it as well, but I thought it was quite underwhelming, you know, spending a lot of money, like 70k on a pretty mid artifact with pretty bad params, you know. So I mean, I do like the 15% damage boost that I have on here, so let's check out that room that we have right now. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about, oh yeah, we have to Epic, so yeah, we have to be pretty excited about this update. I quite enjoy this one, honestly. I actually think it was a pretty good update, and I'm really interested in what we're gonna be getting later on when it comes to like all of the Alchemist stuff. I don't know if he's added actually any achievements to that. Would be nice if we could get some alchemy achievements over the course of time, but yeah, we'll see that in the next few days to see what happens. I actually am treating this like it's a lucky dungeon. Usually I don't actually even have to get the epics, but you never know what you're gonna get, right? So let's do something risky here. Let's just like try to pull all of them together. And we're gonna use our beautiful whirlwind. Right now, we haven't gotten a nerf, I think, from the warrior yet, so that's pretty good. At least I don't notice any difference right now. I hope you don't either, and I hope it stays that way. You know, I always say, and I'm gonna say it in this video again, I keep saying that all over again, that it is better to buff the weak ones instead of nerfing the strong ones. That is a rule I go by a lot. But, yeah, that's just my personal opinion, honestly, that's my personal opinion, and we'll see what happens in the near future when the mage rework will drop. Now, have I forgotten anything about this? I'm not so sure right now, because, yeah, armor level rarities now great effect on defense, so that's really good. Even if you have a lower rarity, like a lower, lower level one, but you have like a rarity, a pretty high rarity. It could also take effect that you will be stronger because it's a mythic, even though it's a low level. But it also says the armor level and rarity has a greater effect. So yeah, that's up for grabs. That's up for grabs. We'll see what happens with that in the future. Overall, I think it's really nice. He also said something: I've increased the amount of defense that you can achieve. This will reduce PvP damage to you and make it easier to complete the heroic. Hello, sir. That is what I call quality of life, ladies and gents. I have never tried it. I want to make a video on my first try on Heroic 1 solo. I want to try it. Whoa, what is happening here? Suddenly, man, I've been losing some HP. Haven't even used my E-skill yet, even though the E-skill is so overpowered with the Berserker. I love it so much, especially for solo players. I've seen some people actually messaging me going like, hey man, when are you gonna start doing some warrior videos? And I have a lot of warrior videos on it, so you can go on my channel and check it out right now. Nothing really has changed much to what we have with the warrior level right now, so that's quite interesting. Yeah, again, we'll see what happens with the warrior in the future. I hope he's not gonna get nerfed into the ground because I really, really like the class. I also like the Death Knight, but for some reason I just switched back to the warrior now, and I just really enjoy playing the warrior. Okay, so nothing here for the artifact system or for the alchemy system I meant. Nothing there yet, but as you can see, we're just like cutting this guy down like crazy. He's gonna go to the Nirvana and we're gonna finish it. Yeah, that's all I got for you for today. Sorry it wasn't too detailed right now. I'm probably gonna make some more detailed videos on each and individual update point that they've made, but right now I'm on such a time frame. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you enjoy the content that I do for this game or anything about dungeon games on Roblox, make sure to subscribe to the channel because that's what I really want to specialize in. And oh, by the way, he also added he actually did it, the 11 to 15 heroic. Don't know who's gonna run that though, but also added achievements for it, which I think is pretty cool. And the maximum item level is now 80. I mean, I have no idea how's anybody gonna pull level 80 items, but yeah, there you go. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.